bad. I was first I noticed the haircut. I was like sick. Then I noticed you walking around. I was just wondering, like, what do you do?
I make fishing rods, but I'm making like videos right now. Today I made a video like talking to people, or no, what was it? Oh, I went like to my old jobs I used to have, and I showed people like how to hustle out of your job. Like I used to make money at the different jobs I had outside of the job. And I made a video like show kids how to do that, I guess.
True.
And now I'm just walking around seeing fucking cool shit. What do you do?
Well, I'm a digital illustrator.
For real?
So I do art.
Did you make that?
No, this is actually an artist that I follow.
Cool.
Called One, super dope art. But that's funny because like I used to do the same thing, like work, and then I started my own digital marketing business.
No way.
And I just like networked with people online, especially during COVID.
Yeah.
And now like I don't go anywhere. I just like I work from home and I just go skate like 3 times a day.
Really?
And I have the electric skateboard, and like
Shit's dope.
I'm just having a good time.
What do you do? Like, what's your business mainly?
Or
like what kind of stuff?
Right now I'm trying to start a YouTube channel for digital art.
Really?
And just sort of like there's 2 types of YouTube channels. There's one where like somebody's an expert, and then there's like the curious beginner.
Yeah, that's me.
And so like for the last 6 months I've been learning how to digitally paint, and I always wanted to do YouTube, but I never did it because I thought I had to be an expert. And then I talked to one of my friends. I was like, no, like you could just do it with as much as you know now. So I'm doing that, and I spend most of my time right now just like learning art. But I also helped people like make money on it.
Really?
Yeah, like I would tell all my friends to get into like copywriting.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if you're familiar with like what copywriting is.
For companies.
Really big. Yeah, or lead generation.
Do you do that on like Fiverr? Or do you do the copywriting yourself?
Like, do I write copy?
No, like, you know the website called Fiverr?
Yeah.
Like, do you get your business through that, or do you like reach out to the companies?
Not at all. I think Fiverr has been like who can undercut each other more. You know what I'm saying? Someone will literally have an ad where it's like, I will start your entire business for you, do your accounting, hire employees for $100.
I thought they got better.
It's harder to find quality work on there versus Upwork.
Okay.
If you're familiar with Upwork.
No.
Okay, Upwork is gonna be like your Walmart versus Whole Foods.
Okay.
That's the comparison I could make, you know? Walmart being Fiverr, Whole Foods being Upwork.
Okay.
That's like a way better place, especially if you're a freelancer. Like, put your stuff up there and you'll get much better clients, way more like high-paying jobs, and it's a good place to start.
Are you okay with being on video?
Yeah, for sure. Do you have like a following on YouTube already?
No, I haven't. Well, kind of, but I used to make fishing videos, and I like kind of popped off with that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Now I want to do more shit like.
When you say
like
popped off, what kind of numbers?
Popped off with one video. I got like 2,000 subscribers. Popped off for me.
Oh, okay.
I got 2,000 subscribers in one video that's like almost at 1 million.
Wow.
So for me that was cool.
Yeah.
But not actually popped off.
Yeah. The thing when marketing is like, I always tell people you want to avoid going viral.
Why?
Because when you go viral, someone will react to that one video you had, and then that sets the bar. And afterwards, if your content quality isn't keeping up, if you don't have that same level of like virality in the videos, they leave real quick.
That's so funny you said that, because I was so afraid of that. Like, I've been wanting to like do social media shit for so long, but I've been like so afraid that I get one viral thing on something that I don't want it to be viral, and then people know me for that, and then don't want to like see my other stuff.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to like just build my content so where they like, if they see one viral thing, they have like a basis to go off of so they can see other stuff.
Definitely. I mean, like, if you do get that, it's a nice boost in like engagement, but it's not something you should like seek. Like,
so you want like steady growth,
steady
pretty much,
growth,
right?
yeah.
I totally agree.
The longer it takes to build something, the longer it'll last.
I agree.
If everybody comes overnight, they'll leave overnight too.
That shit sucks, but it's better.
Yeah.
It's way better in the long run.
As long as you're seeing consistent growth month after month, like 10% is what you should be shooting for.
10%.
If you had 100 subscribers this month, 110 next month is a good goal.
Okay.
Getting an extra 11, like that's how slow it takes. You see people on YouTube and they're talking about, I didn't make any money for my first 2 years. And then my second year that I was doing YouTube, I made like a couple $1,000. But then that third year, they make 5-6 figures.
Really?
So it's like, you know, that's almost 900 days, you know, over 1,000 days
takes so long
to build it. So you really gotta like take your time with it. And like, I always tell people, it's like, time's gonna go by anyways. You know, you're gonna be 5 years older 5 years from now. Do you want to be in a position in 5 years running the thing that you're building right now? or would you rather, you know, just keep fuddling around for like one viral moment? You know, that's like the amateur mindset.
You're right.
Oh, I want to go viral. So what do people do? They're like posting pictures of themselves. You know, like if they're a cute girl, like they just blow up for no reason. And like people are getting that misunderstood with like that is valuable. You know what I mean? Whereas
I know,
like
it's
really,
not.
it's
like a one-time thing.
Yeah, it's just guys like
temporary.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the whole Instagram influencer where you are the brand is like way overrated. You know, like with that haircut, bro, you could do it, no doubt about it.
Thank
but
you.
I would put my marbles in something more long term.
Well, I'm doing it like have the haircut, but have like substance behind it too.
Yeah.
So it's like a good thing.
The haircut's the
Don't
hook.
just have the haircut.
The haircut's the hook, and then you reel it in. You got everything else.
Exactly.
You know?
That's funny, bro. That's funny to think like that, because that's how I've been thinking for so long. I've never had a conversation like this with anybody. Like my friends aren't on this type of stuff. Like
most people aren't.
It's crazy. Do you watch a lot of like interviews?
I do.
I watch a shitload of interviews.
Yes.
Like anybody I look up to, I find everything I can.
Yep.
Who are your top 3?
Tobias Lutke, the CEO of Shopify.
Okay.
Chamath Palihapitiya, he's the ex-VP of Facebook.
Okay.
Multi-billionaire. And I really like Alex Becker. Alex Becker, I would say, is more like an influencer. Probably not somebody who has interviews out. But if I were to put a third person on the list for interviews, man. There's a lot, man.
I know.
Shoot. I don't know, man. I'm on the spot right now.
I like
when I started digital marketing, I would look up CEO YouTube videos that had like a couple thousand views. And these guys are like billionaires, if not hundreds.
Yeah, dude, like the best ones are like this random reporter in like Wisconsin that just like interviews them that had no views. Like
I would go after a lot of I would like to watch startup CEOs because I feel like they're just the most like sharp. You know, like it takes a lot of skill to like build a startup. So to watch interviews with somebody who's done it successfully, like I think they have a lot to offer. More so than like maybe like someone like Elon Musk. Really bad example of someone who'd follow.
Like overrated.
It's just he's so far out of reach. It's like, you know, it's like the entrepreneur who looks up to Steve Jobs. It's like, all right, look, Steve Jobs was a great person. He's built one of the greatest companies ever. But like, dude, time moves fast. Tech evolves fast.
True.
So, you know, you got to keep up with like the newer people, and like they have plenty to offer as well. You know, I would argue that they have more to offer than someone like Elon Musk or Steve
the newer people.
Yeah, Elon Musk is so big now that like he just hires his chain of command.
That's true. He's not like on the ground level gorilla
he's
doing it.
He's not in the lab programming stuff. You know what I mean? He's just thinking big, and that's the position you get into over time, where you could just tell your guy underneath you like, hey, I want this built, and he'll go, and it just spreads out between 1,000 people in the company. But like I would say, try to find interviews for people that you could see yourself becoming in their position within like 4 or 5 years. Okay. Not somebody like in 20 years. Like,
that's good advice.
Pull back a little bit.
I listen to a lot of like rapper, but not like rapper like Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Or like the Bosses kind of. I like that stuff 'cause I like hip hop, but it's harder for me to listen to some like the CEO stuff. But I was actually just listening to the CEO of Patreon, the guy who made Patreon.
Dude, great startup.
Literally just listened to that in the car. So sick. Do you know how he did it?
No.
He was a musician, and he was making like $150 a month from YouTube ad revenue. And he was making like a lot, getting like millions of views, but getting $150 a month on YouTube. So he got frustrated. He put 3 months into this music video, and he was gonna make like $200 on it. So he was like, "This sucks. I have good music. I have good following. What can I do to like get money from this? I want to make videos and get money from it." So he was like, "Well, I could have made merch and just made more money, but I thought like outside of that, and I made a platform that my fans could like support me on." And he made Patreon because of that. Like he just sat down in his kitchen and just wrote it down, and then he called his college roommate and he made it.
Crazy, huh?
And he made like a lot of money very quickly.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, man. Sometimes it's like the best idea you can have is like just solving one of your own, because like other people probably have that problem too. You know, everybody like, especially our generation, younger kids, They all say like, yeah, I want to be rich, I want to make money, but like that is not how you should be thinking. Because then you start following people who are like showing off material goods. Like
they're not really doing it.
They're not really doing anything. You're listening to the guy with the Lamborghini. Like anybody with a lot of money can buy 20 Lamborghinis, but they don't need to because they don't have to impress anybody.
I don't care.
It's the people who are always on Instagram like flexing their stuff, where it's like, you know, if you're young and naive, you're gonna listen to that guy because you see like the shiny objects and you're like, oh, like I want that. But really, like, dude, you know, like you go on YouTube, you listen to CEO interviews, these guys are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars, and they're like in
Target shirt
with like old crusty shoes on. You know, like they don't care
No.
about impressing other people. They just care about their product and building something so damn good that it's hard to ignore. That's like what your potential should be. You know, like don't aim to make money, aim to bring value to people, aim to solve problems. If you can do that, the money just comes naturally.
100%.
You know, and it comes like crazy. And that's one thing I had to like really nail into my head when I first started like trying to figure out how to make money without going into a job. Is like, all right, like I can't just think I want to make money. I have to think like, what problem am I solving? You know, so like for you, if you're helping kids make money online or like whatever it is that you're doing, how can you do that the best way? Is it getting more interviews from CEOs? Is it partnering up with certain online courses where you can get your students like half off or something like that? You know, it's like, what can you bring to the table to get someone to follow you and eventually pay you on Patreon or something like that, you know? And it gets more like in depth than that. Like, you know, once you kind of have that going, then you could think of Patreon, how to set up your tiers, like for getting income. But yeah, man, I'm on that same warpath as you, bro, because like I'm trying to get my Patreon set up.
Oh, really?
The merch, YouTube. Yeah, like I think that's just how it goes today if you're a creator, especially if you're just doing like content creation online. You have to figure out ways to monetize your stuff.
What's your goal? Like, what are you doing this for?
My goal is to become as good as an artist as I can, but the second thing is, like, when I was a kid, my parents were so, like, against me being an artist. Like, they didn't think it was possible to make money as an artist. And I listened to them, and, like, I went to school for computer science, didn't really like it, dropped out. And, like, when I moved out here, I started my business, I kind of got that going, and then if you're familiar with crypto?
Yeah.
So like a lot of stuff with NFTs started popping up.
I was gonna ask you about that.
And a lot of digital artists were making like a lot of money from their art. And never before has it been possible to like buy art in digital form. It was always like, yeah, I'll just go download it, or like I'll print it on a poster, I'll print it on a t-shirt and someone can buy it. Now people can actually own your digital creation. So when NFTs started popping off, I started looking more into like, how do I get involved? Because I always did like art as a hobby, and then I learned about digital art. So I started getting really into digital art because I was seeing all of these game studios were paying illustrators a lot of money. I saw the potential in YouTube, just having a YouTube channel where you teach other people about art. And it just opened up my eyes to like a world that I had closed off for so long, just because somebody told me that I couldn't be an artist and make a living out of it. When
Your parents?
Yeah.
Just because they didn't know.
Just because they didn't know. And it's like...
And they want you to be safe, probably, right?
Of course.
Sometimes kids get mad at their parents or whoever for that, but usually they just have your best interest. Like, they want you to just be okay and, like, comfortable.
Sure. And I learned that you have to, like, literally risk your family hating you to do what you want to do.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like, I dropped out of college and moved here to Florida from California 3 years ago.
Where were you going? What college?
I was going to college at Cal State Bakersfield.
Okay.
And I knew that it wasn't gonna, like, it wasn't what I wanted to do. You know, I was already like 23 at the time. So I like sat my parents down. I was like, Mom, Dad, like, look, I've been doing college since I was 18. It's been 5 years. I still haven't finished. Like, it's not gonna work out. And I moved over here with some money that I'd saved up, ironically, from doing art.
Really?
Yeah. And then I came out here, and I actually tried to get a job doing coding. That didn't work out. Then I started the marketing business, kind of figured out how internet marketing worked. And once I figured that out, NFTs rolled around. I saw digital art, and I was like, this is my time to like get into art.
Perfect.
So,
they all clicked at once.
Yeah. So my goal is like, you know, I want to get my art skills as good as possible, but I also want to like help kids get their footing with art. And like, if their parents are telling them, oh, you can't do this, like I want to show them exactly how they can.
Bro, that's what I'm doing. Like I'm making, today I wasn't doing that, but like that's my end goal. That's why I do these videos, because and it sounds like you are like fortunate enough to like, well, maybe not, but I was fortunate enough to have a little bit of space to like think about what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But some kids like have no money and their families have no money, and they might have to drop out of middle school to start working.
Yeah.
And like they don't realize the cool jobs you can get and like the cool businesses you could own. But like I want to show them. Like I know so many cool people. Like I just met you.
Yeah.
You met, how old are you?
25.
25. And do you make all your money from doing your art? Like, do you support yourself off that?
Right now, I don't make any money off my art. I make all my money to support myself from my digital marketing business.
Oh, okay.
But probably in another few months, I'll be starting to make money off my art.
Well, you make money yourself, though. Like,
Yeah.
you make your own.
Yeah, I make my own income. Yeah,
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't have
You just
an
don't know
employee.
that in high school. You think you can be like a doctor, a lawyer, and like 5 other jobs, or an astronaut. You don't know you can like
Dude,
literally do so much stuff.
The internet evolves infinitely faster than whatever colleges, high schools, it's like just they can't keep up. You know what I mean? They can't keep up. And the hardest part for like a kid whose family has them in their best interest, it's like, no, you have to go to college. You don't have to go to college. College is, it's like if you take out a loan for college and you die and you still have those college loans, your family has to pay those loans. Yeah, you're an indentured servant when you take out college loans, because
I didn't know that.
Because when you're brought up, everybody's brought up to be social and everybody's connecting with each other, and then guess what? All your friends are going to go to college, right? And some of their families might be able to afford it. Some of your friends are getting scholarships. So you feel pressure to go to school with them so you can continue your friendships and partying. And college is made out to be like this, like, you know, fun heaven. Like, you go to college, everything's going to be great. You know, you're going to party, you're going to get laid, everything's going to be nice. You know, you're going to get an education, and you get there, and it's like the education sucks. You have to take all these stupid general ed classes that are wasting your time. You know, they give you just boatloads of homework. Like, all right, I learned Spanish in high school. I know English. I can speak another language. Why do I need to take a 4th language in college?
Wait, but think about this, though. Like, you just said, like, all that stuff's wasting your time. But, like, right now, you're making your art for free. You're just learning.
Yeah.
Like, I think college isn't as bad as, like, most people people in our space make it out to be. Because, like, you have time to, like, just do these bullshit classes. But you have to, like, pay your dues.
Yeah.
Like, just like anything else.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to do shit for free for a long time until we start making money. But, like, that kind of stuff is just paying your dues. But I don't know. I think college is sick if you, like to meet people and stuff.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of benefits to it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's all bad, like a lot of online entrepreneurs say.
No, I don't.
And it depends on the person, too.
Look, for me, it came down to when I had to put that money down, even if my parents were like, we'll pay for it, just fucking go. That's literally what they said. We'll pay for it, just fucking go. I was like, no. Why? Because if I'm spending $10,000 a year to go to college for this degree, right? And I hear all these stories of my friends graduating and then they get some job that they hate that's barely paying them a living. And then they're like, dude, I want to go get a different job. And like, it's almost as if it's almost as if everything they learned in college went to waste. Because they got their foot in the door at this company, they hate their job, they're barely getting paid. Now what? You know? All right, great. Like, you met some people, but guess what? It's the era of the internet. You can network with people all over the world.
I know.
You can create meetups locally. There's an app called Meetup. I just went to the library, like literally down the street.
Bro, I was just there too.
Yeah, and they have meetups that are starting back up in January. I'm going to be doing a digital art meetup
in the Melrose Center upstairs.
In the Melrose Center.
Bro, I was just in there editing.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, everybody like.
How did we? This is crazy.
Anybody can make a meetup, but they canceled it for a while because of like COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, I'm into digital art. I looked all over the place to see if there was like a digital art meetup around here. None. So I'm gonna start one. You know, that way kids can come and meet each other. And believe me, bro, it's like you only need a handful of people that you really connect with. So when people go to college, they might feel lost. You know, they can go network with these people. They can meet this person. They meet lifelong friends. Personally, I wasn't into Greek life. Like, it just wasn't my thing. So, you know, when it's like you're not doing Greek life, it's like
not as crazy.
It's not as crazy, you know what I mean? Like, if you're doing Greek life, like, it's a whole different experience. You can go do it. But in my opinion, like, if you're just sort of like more introverted, if you really don't know what the fuck you're gonna do, save your money and like chill at your parents' house. Like, if you can live at your parents' house, live at your parents' house. If you need to go get a place because you can't live at your parents' house, find something cheap, you know, and work a job. But at least you're not taking on insane amounts of debt, because there's so much good content on YouTube. There's paid courses, even like with coaching programs. Like, some are legit, some suck, but there's just so much alternative education compared to a $60,000 degree. And you look at stats like companies like Google, like 40% or something like that of their employees don't have degrees.
Really?
Yeah, you know, and like now with all this COVID stuff, like Twitter, all of their employees can work remote forever. Like, there's literally a policy now at Twitter where you don't have to come back into the office.
I honestly
ever.
hate that. I love being around people.
Yeah. And,
that part sucks.
And see, like, that is, I guess, like, part of your personality. Like, me, personally, I love being by myself.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I have my friends, and I like hanging out with my friends, but when it comes down to work, I would much rather be isolated. Because when I work, like, I have to focus, especially my line of work. Like, I'm just drawing and painting all day, or connecting with people all over the world for marketing. So for me, it's like, I'd prefer to just stay inside. You know, when I want to socialize, all right, me and my buddies can go onto the pool deck and hang out on the weekends. But like, I think there's a lot of people out there that are like me that wouldn't mind like not having to go to work every day, and they also wouldn't mind not going to college. You know, because I went for 5 years, and yeah, it was fun. You know, you meet some people. Some of my best friends I met in college.
Really?
So I can't say that it's not worth it. I would say though that like if you were to pick going to a community versus like University of Miami, where they're gonna charge you 40, 50, 60K a year, like, come on, bro.
Bro, actually, so have you heard of Valencia? It's like our community college here.
Yeah.
Dude, so they have this new downtown campus literally right down there. It's so fucking sick. Like, I didn't hate, but like, I went to a big university and then I went to community college, and they were both like average. Like, it wasn't that fun. Like, people just weren't talking to each other.
Yeah.
But then I found this downtown campus, and it's like new and like technological and creative. Bro, game changer. So I think maybe just the right place too.
Get it
like,
where you fit in.
I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved that shit.
It's like, that's what I'm saying, dude. When I went to college, it's like, it's so cracked up, and when I got there, I'm like, I go to the computer science club, and it's like, it's all just like people that are like really antisocial.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, all right, I might be able to code something with you, but I can't really like relate to.
Yeah, like you can't like make a bond or like, you know.
It's, yeah, and it's like, all right, maybe if I was going to a way better school where like there's a different type of person there with different ambitions. I just feel like a majority of like schools that fall in the middle, where they're not like prestigious and they're not cheap, all the ones in the middle, I think those are a complete waste of time.
Really?
Yeah. I would say like you either go to a really cheap community college that you like you said, with all of your friends from high school, or you get into like a prestigious school where you already know that like the connections you're gonna make at that school are gonna be worth, you know, their weight in gold. But most of the other stuff, I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of it, you know. I think, like, I live downtown Orlando, bro. All the kids from UCF come and party down here.
Really?
It's like most kids go to college to parties.
That's
like,
true.
You know, I pay less money just on rent than these kids do in a semester for tuition. Yeah, so like, you can live wherever you want, you know, as long as you can afford it, and still save money compared to a college degree. But you know, a lot of people aren't like you and I, or whoever else is watching this, that's like. You know, kind of like entrepreneurial, like they have sort of like that mentality of like doing things themselves, because really when you go to college, dude, they're forcing deadlines on you. Do your homework by this time, study, this midterm is at this time, this final is this time. You know, you tell someone, hey bro, you got 7 days to do what you want. Like, you don't have to go to school, you don't have to go to work. What are they gonna do? Go drink, you know, eat food, watch movies all day. Like, people don't have their own drive to set their own schedules. I work for myself, so I have to get up at a certain time, you know, I have my schedule. I make a to-do list the night before. I do everything, and I have to stick to it. Otherwise, I'm not gonna make any money, and there's nobody holding me accountable.
I have a problem with that right now, like holding myself accountable. I have a business, and off the YouTube tip too, I learned a whole skill straight off of YouTube and made a business out of it. Now I have a shop, like off of YouTube, bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And this one, it's like, you know, was all this possible 5-6 years ago? Like, could you start a YouTube channel making art and get a bunch of people to like follow you for your art, and then you go on Patreon and people can pay you for certain things on Patreon, and then you can make a Shopify store, you can make an e-commerce store in like, what is it, 2 days? You know, Shopify is all drag and drop. And now people are buying your art, you're getting paid on Patreon, and you're growing your followers on YouTube. Like, this stuff wasn't possible like more than a decade ago, you know? And just the ease and the speed at which you can do it now wasn't even possible 5 years ago. So like all this stuff is brand new, and it's
so much easier.
It takes people, like it takes balls to literally leave behind the old way of life. The old way of life is like, you know, you grow up, you go to college, you get a degree, you work at a job, you get benefits, and you know, you just move your way up in the company. Like that's dead. You know, especially if you're young and you want to be somebody, like that old dream is dead.
I'm experiencing that right now, bro. I have a job. Like, I love social media, so I got a job doing TikTok and social media for a company, but it's not a social media company. Like, it's in the fishing industry, and I just do their social media. And like, I could move up, but how you doing, sir? You good, buddy?
You know, I'm sorry to
no, you're good.
Our conversation. My name's Greg.
Yeah.
Please don't laugh at me when I tell y'all this, okay? I work at Smoky Bones here on East Sloan Drive. 12 years ago, I shot somebody, and I tried to kill him. I'm not gonna lie to you. They gave me 10 years. I did 8. But I was in prison, going on 11 days. I am homeless. My boss don't know this. I've been sleeping outdoors ever since I got out of prison. I'm off. I was off today, and I'm off tomorrow. But I do get paid this Friday. I don't know if y'all familiar with these homeless shelters around here, but there's one called the Coalition for the Homeless and the Salvation Army. Because of the COVID, you have to pay to get in there. I want to take a bath, man, and I think you guys you need change, man. Home, so
how much you did?
It's $10 to get in, sir.
I don't have 10, but I got something.
I mean,
I don't have any cash for me.
Oh man, 5 would be good. I don't give a damn, man. I'm just got
you.
Can I ask you a question though?
What's up, man?
What prison were you in?
Jackson, Hamilton, and Washington.
Why did they transfer you?
Because the dumbass motherfuckers kept getting in riots up there, man. Miami against Tampa. Tampa against Jacksonville. Jacksonville against Orlando. And they fighting over punks and shit in there, man. Y'all wouldn't understand it because y'all probably never been there.
Yeah.
Man, God brought me through that, man. I got a brand new job, man, and I love it. I work at Smoky Bones right here on East Lawn Drive. They paid me $16 an hour, man.
Pretty good.
16?
Hell yeah, man. It was so goddamn busy. Bro, let me tell you something. That Florida game, that bitch was so goddamn packed. That's the only thing they was ordering. Wings, man. And boneless wings with different types of sauces. This, that with French fries, baby back ribs. I ate good, you know what?
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to go steal nothing, dude, but
I got $1. I have one request.
What's up?
Put this sticker up somewhere where someone will see it.
I will do that. I will do that.
Greg, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go down and ask, man.
Hey man, wait. I just want to ask you. When you went in 8 years ago, coming out today,
Everything changed.
everything changed?
When it was flip phones.
Yeah.
They got these fancy phones right now. Yeah, I don't know how to work it. So my boss man's gonna put my scheduling on an app, whatever the fuck that is. Right now, only thing I'm worried about, you get me 3 more than $1, man. So I can take it. I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you.
All right, Greg.
Appreciate it, man.
Be easy.
All right, bye-bye.
Have a good. Damn, bro. See, like sometimes, like I do the same thing you do, where I just go out and talk to people, like especially homeless people.
Shit's
like
so
that.
fun.
And it's like, I guarantee you, this dude's got crazy stories.
I know, dude.
About prison, meeting certain people. You know what I'm saying? And like, that part is so overlooked. Are you familiar with soft white underbelly?
No.
Oh my gosh.
What's up?
Dude, take note of soft white underbelly.
It's a YouTube channel or something?
Yeah,
or
it's
what?
a YouTube channel, and it's this guy that lives, I don't know, he lives in downtown LA, but he interviews people from Skid Row.
Oh, really?
And he'll just let him talk for like an hour.
Hold on 1 second. I think my mom will call.
Yeah, no problem.
Hello? My phone just broke. Hello? Hello? Fuck. That's what I wanted to do down here. Like, I just wanted to, I didn't know what to do. This is like my first 2 days of taking this seriously. And I wanted to just like, that's funny that we met so quick. This is fucking crazy, bro, that you just turned around.
I'm always skating around here. I'm always like, just keeping my eyes peeled.
I do that too. I just see
like
someone.
a people watcher, you know?
Bro, okay, so I was walking down there and I see this homeless guy on his bike and I see he has like these trees and I walk up to him with the red light and I'm like, what are those? And he was like, I make these trees. And I was like, do you sell them? He was like, yeah. And he fucking made this, and he had 3 fingers. Like, he didn't even have full hands. He had cross eyes. Like, he had everything wrong with him. But he was so nice. He was like the nicest guy ever. And he was just making that stuff because I don't know.
That's sick.
I've seen that type of stuff before, but it's like he just did it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he was so happy, and he was like, you know, Pulse. Do you know about that?
Post?
Pulse, P-U-L-S-E.
Oh, the club?
Yeah, they got.
Yeah.
He was going there to like. He was like, I'm not gay or nothing, but I'm just going down there to pay my respects. Because, like, I have gay friends, and they always treated me good. And I was like, this guy's, like, so nice, but he's homeless. I just want to hear these stories. Like, I wanted to interview him so bad. I said, can I take a video? He was like, yeah, of the art, but not of me. And I was like, damn, that's like, just like that. Like, I love talking to people like that. Like, it's crazy.
The guy from Soft White Underbelly, he interviews people from, like, Melrose, Skid Row, and he'll bring him in, and he does a lot of like, he's interviewed like hookers, drug addicts, like former gang members, pimps. Like he interviewed a guy that was a hacker. Like like definitely look him up whenever your phone works.
Yes. That's not good.
But yeah, dude, that guy's dope, and he's been doing that like consistently. You know, like anything that you do, you got to do it consistently, and that guy's definitely been at it.
Is he big on YouTube?
Oh yeah, I remember when my friends and I found him, he must have had at least like 20,000 subscribers. I think he's multiple 6 figures now as far as like subscribers. Yeah,
that's sick.
Dude, that's the key, man. It's like, you ever come across just a random YouTuber, you have no idea who they are, you watch one of their videos and you're like, this is decent. Like, it's not my cup of tea, but like it's decent. And you like look at their channel and they have like 200,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? Like, anybody can get big, dude.
I know you just have to do it. That's my biggest problem is like focusing and staying consistent on one thing. I have so many ideas.
Yeah, man. That's the thing.
Hard.
Focus on one thing, because I watched the CEO of let me not mess this up. I watched an interview with the CEO of it's like an email service where it's like an autoresponder.
The business one? Like
it's like, have you heard of MailChimp?
Yeah.
It's like MailChimp, but it's something else. And I subscribe to it, and I can't even remember the name right now. I'll think of it.
Okay.
Anyways, his whole thing was for 7 years, he focused on a single business, just that one. And now his month-over-month revenue is like, I would say at this point, maybe $20 million. And he focused on one business for 7 years. And a lot of entrepreneurs, they always kind of brag about, oh, I own this business, I own that business, I own this business. Like, I have 7 businesses, I have 12 streams of income.
Yeah,
it's overrated, because your mind, you only have a finite amount of focus.
So stressful
every
to have all
day.
that stuff.
Yeah, it is. And if you don't have the money to like hire people to manage all of them, it's just too much. So I would say, number one thing, dude, focus on one thing at a time and give it at least like 12 months. If after 12 months nothing is going your way, you're not growing 10% every month, you hate it, nothing is going right, like, all right, you gave it enough time, abandon it.
But if you go for 12 months and you don't grow anything, but you still love it, then what do you do?
Well, then you're going to want to look for some indicator.
Re-strategize or something?
Definitely re-strategize, but you want to look for one metric, one thing that is like improving. Or is my audience watching more of my video? Am I getting more comments? Am I growing on Instagram but not YouTube? Like, there has to be something that you can see and turn that into a reason to keep going. You know, and like if you don't, then if you don't have a plan, you're not gonna get very far. So like you know, for me, I did my digital marketing business. I turned down a lot of offers where like I could take on a project, but then I would have to like be doing a lot of work on it every month. I've kind of eliminated a lot of opportunities that I could make money, so I get my time back. And now what do I do all day? Like I'm literally painting and learning how to paint all day, and I just started making YouTube videos. So like for me, I have my time and I value my time. That's why I said no to a lot of like potential opportunities to make money. But just focus on one thing. If you like focus on that, dude, you're not only will you find success faster than if you're all spread out, but it's going to be much like better quality of success. You know, you're going to be going through the roof because you're going to be the guy that is like whatever blank, you're blank that guy. That's the guy with the fishing poles. That's the guy who walks around cities and films people. That's the guy who helps kids how to make money and avoid college. Like whatever it is that you want to do, just do that one thing, you know. And yeah, that's my advice for someone is like don't spread yourself so thin, and also like give yourself a chance to be successful, dude. So many of my friends will start something and the next month they're like, I'm like, how's it going? I'm not really doing it anymore. Like you didn't even give yourself a chance to get hooked on it.
Yo, can I call my mom off your phone?
Yeah.
She's like, I think it's my mom calling me. Sorry, she just doesn't know where I am. Thank you. She never answers unknown numbers.
You could text her and just be like, hey, it's me.
Sure. Alright. She doesn't answer this one.
If you call her 3 times in a row.
Alright, I just told her to call me. If she calls me, can you?
Yeah, I got you.
Alright, thank you. Sorry, I cut you off completely. What were you saying?
She just read it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Let me just make sure it's on Do Not Disturb. Oh, there it is.
Thank you. Hey, Mom, it's Jake. I just met this kid downtown, and we're just talking, and my phone's like, the screen just got wrecked somehow. Okay, I'll be home soon. I got chicken bakes from Costco. I know. All right, can I call you back when on my way home if my phone works? I'll be home soonish. Okay, I'll be home soon. I can't. I don't know his number. Okay. All right, bye. Or text it. Just text it real quick. Can I just... Here, let me call you back in like 5 minutes. Okay. All right, love you. Bye. I was supposed to make dinner tonight, sorry.
No worries.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
bro.
Dude, you know what I was thinking about? If somebody saw me, like you and me, walking downtown, they would never think we had this conversation. Like, I'm wearing like surf clothes and Vans, and you're wearing like skate clothes and a hoodie.
Yeah.
But like, that's like the... I don't want to say the new age, but kind of. Not like in like a...
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I absolutely
you just never know who you're talking to.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, like, I grew up in California. I feel like my aesthetic is very skater, and it's not someone you would expect to have, like, a conversation about.
I know.
Like, marketing and stuff,
Yeah.
but in my eyes, it's sort of like just, I don't know, it's sad sometimes. Because, like, I'll approach someone, and they'll, like, you know, you can tell they're a little standoffish.
Really?
And then, like, we just start talking, and then they, like, open up, and it's, like, it's crazy, you know? But it's just because I'm not wearing, like,
A business suit.
a business casual suit, or maybe I like don't have a you know, a nice and crisp over haircut or whatever, like whatever the reason.
I think that's getting more normalized though.
I think
Like,
so
it's
too, yeah.
kinda-
Especially
I
like
think-
on the internet, you know, but in person, especially Orlando, like Orlando's old school. Florida is old school for sure.
How do you like it here versus California?
Dude, I honestly, like, when I first moved here from California, I didn't know what to expect. I lived in Miami for a couple months.
Oh, really?
Trying to get that coding job going, and that didn't work out. And then I moved up to Fort Lauderdale, lived there for 2 years, and then I had a roommate for 2 years, but I did not want a roommate anymore. So I moved up here to Orlando because it was just cheaper to get a one-bedroom. I also haven't had a car in 3 years.
Oh, really?
So it's really important for me to like live somewhere downtown or close to a grocery store.
So I got that.
Yeah.
I love those things, bro.
Dude, I haven't had a car in 3 years. This is my car. Literally all of my traveling around the city is this, you know? So when I go get groceries, I'm just carrying like stacks of groceries and I just get on this thing and fucking take off.
That's funny.
But yeah, man. So, yeah, bro. Can I pitch my YouTube channel and all that stuff?
Go.
So, all right.
This thing's about to die anyway.
I will teach you digital art and everything you need to know about that, making money with it, NFTs. If you're into any of that stuff, come over to my channel, check it out. It's gonna be Adoniverse, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, ADONIVERSE, Adoniverse. So,
what's your name?
My name is Roy.
Roy what? If you want to say your last name.
Well, actually, I go by Adoni. That's my nickname. So you can find me on social media under Adoniverse, and I go by Adoni. My real name is Roy.
What will people know you for in 5 years?
Being the guy that told a bunch of kids they could stand up to their parents to be artists.
What will you be known for in 20 years? Or what would you have accomplished in 20 years?
In 20 years, I'm hoping to go down as one of the most influential artists of my time.
Did you like Virgil?
I did. Rest in peace to Virgil.
That was so unexpected.
That man climbed mountains. I genuinely respect all of his accomplishments. A lot of people hate on the man, you know.
Why? I didn't even know that until I saw an Instagram post. I didn't know people hated on him.
Oh, why a lot of people hated on him?
Yeah.
A lot of people just hated on him because they were just judging his, you know, his art. They thought it was too easy, too whatever. But hey, Andy Warhol said art's whatever you can get away with. And for
That's funny.
you know, for those that were dissing on Virgil, that man is going down a legend. You know, so yeah, man. But that's my 5 and 20 year plan. You know, you go talk to anybody else around here, I bet you they don't even know what they're doing next week. So
Probably not.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you,
I'm
man.
Jake.
Nice to meet you, Jake.
My phone's dead, but
yeah, let me get your
what's your
contact.
Instagram number and stuff?
Do you live around here?
I live like, you know, College Park.
No.
Like 10 minutes out.
Oh, dope.
Real close. Do
Yeah,
you live
bro.
in one of the apartments here?
Yeah, Modera Central.
I don't know the names of them.
Oh,
Is the one by Lake Eola?
It was like the corner where you met the guy with the trees, 1 block up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right across from the library.
Oh, okay. My cousin lives there.
For sure.
Bro, do you know